your daily updates. Newsman Dennis Daily offers his take on the events of the day in another daily video blog.
Hi, and thanks again, everybody. If you look at a map of Southern California, particularly the area just north of the ridge of mountains that delineate the northern part of the Coachella Valley, you know, that ridge that's got the San Andreas Fault running in front of it, you will find a big area of green on the map that is marked the Joshua Tree National Park, and this is the entrance. It's a short day trip from anywhere in the Coachella Valley, and this huge park preserves and commemorates a tree that has become symbolic with this part of desert America. Since humans first made the desert their home, the odd-looking Joshua tree plant has provided fuel and lumber. Now, technically, the Joshua tree isn't a tree at all. It's part of the yucca plant family. Its interior is a dense mass of fibers. There are no growth rings. That makes it tough to figure out how old a specific tree is. Many, though, are thought to be hundreds of years old. Early on, the plant's trunk was used for fence posts and other construction. Miners burned the limbs of the Joshua to create heat to make steam to power refining and crushing equipment. It was not until the early part of the last century that some people started asking that something be done to preserve the plant and the Mojave. The creation of some kind of protected area was the goal. First the national monument, Joshua Tree was made into a national park bigger than the state of Rhode Island in 1994. But if you go to some places here in the Mojave, you'll have a hard time finding a Joshua tree. They're becoming more rare because slight climate change has changed their habitat. And because a lot of the animals that used to move their seeds around are now extinct or have gone on to other habitat, these trees will have a hard time relocating if conditions really change and that becomes necessary. By the way, the early Mormon settlers gave this odd-looking plant its name. They compared the upstretched limbs of the tree to the arms of the biblical leader Joshua, his arms raised in prayer. The nickname stuck, despite the fact, as I mentioned, the tree is not a tree at all. Threatened by climate change, faced with the possible cutback of the Park Service in trying to preserve the area, the Mojave and the Joshua Tree National Park still attract a large number of visitors every year. So I hope you know a little more about the Joshua Tree, and maybe you'll plan a trip up here. It's a wonderful place. And one other thing, when there's no traffic going past here, it's really quiet up here. I'm Dennis Daly with your Daily News Update.